Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. All right, Browns fans, let's dive into this intriguing and frankly somewhat concerning situation unfolding at the quarterback position for Cleveland. It's no secret that this season has been a roller coaster, with some bright moments but also a lot of questions, especially at the most critical spot on the field, the quarterback. Cleveland handed rookie Dillon Gabriel 4 starts, giving him the opportunity to show what he's made of. And while there were flashes of potential, the overall impact so far has been underwhelming. In Week 8, facing the New England Patriots, Gabriel threw 2 interceptions, and let's be honest, that's not the kind of performance that inspires confidence, especially when your team is aiming high and fighting for a playoff spot. Now, it's worth noting that Gabriel's struggles haven't gone unnoticed. Many fans and analysts had concerns from the start. Some scouts were skeptical about his potential as an NFL starter, especially when Cleveland selected him in the 3rd round of the 2025 NFL Draft. There was a lot of debate about whether he had the size, arm strength, and overall skill set necessary to succeed at this level, and so far, those doubts seem to be somewhat justified. It's not just about rookie mistakes or needing more reps. There's a real question about whether Gabriel's physical attributes and decision-making are enough to lead this team deep into the postseason. But that's where it gets even more interesting. Despite the apparent struggles and the criticism, head coach Kevin Stefanski insists that there's no talk about switching to Shedeur Sanders, the 5th-round rookie who's been waiting in the wings. When asked about the possibility of giving Sanders a shot, Stefanski was clear. He said, "The focus is where we are right now. That's not my focus." And he emphasized that they are committed to supporting Gabriel and trying to get him to improve. This decision, or perhaps this stance, raises a lot of questions. Why wouldn't the Browns at least consider giving Sanders a shot? I mean, with Gabriel's performance, especially after those 2 interceptions in Week 8, many fans are wondering if the coaching staff is missing a trick. Shedeur Sanders, for those who might not be fully aware, is a talented young quarterback who has been impressive in college and is seen by some as having a higher ceiling than Gabriel, at least in terms of potential. But the Browns are sticking to their guns, trusting Gabriel to turn it around, and perhaps that's a sign of their belief in his potential to develop, or maybe a reflection of their evaluation that Sanders isn't quite ready yet. Now, let's look at the bigger picture here. The Browns are heading into their Week 9 bye with 2 wins, which is a decent start considering how turbulent the season has been. But most of their losses can be linked directly to the quarterback situation. Whether it's turnovers, missed throws, or a lack of consistency, this position has been a sticking point all season long. The team's defense has been solid, and their running game has shown flashes of brilliance, but without reliable quarterback play, it's tough to truly take the next step and challenge the AFC powerhouses. We have to remember, this isn't just about Gabriel's current performance. It's about whether he can elevate himself, whether he can be the guy who leads this team to victory when it matters most. The Browns believed he was the right fit when they drafted him, and they stuck with him through the first few weeks. But now, as we approach the second half of the season, the pressure is mounting. The fans are restless, and the division rivals are watching closely. If Cleveland can't find consistent quarterback play soon, it could cost them valuable playoff positioning and maybe even a shot at the Super Bowl. The question many are asking now is, what's next? The bye week is often a pivotal moment for teams. Time to assess, retool, and make those crucial decisions. Will Cleveland stick with Gabriel, hoping he will find his rhythm, or will they consider giving Sanders a chance to see if he can spark this offense? It's a delicate balance. Coaching decisions like these can define a season. If Gabriel continues to struggle, especially with those costly turnovers, it's hard to ignore the possibility that Sanders might be the spark plug they need. But at the same time, development takes time, and patience is a virtue that NFL teams don't always have. What makes this situation even more complex is that the Browns' schedule doesn't get any easier. Coming out of the bye, they face the New York Jets, a team with a formidable defense and a quarterback who's proven he can make big plays. The Jets are aggressive, physical, and well-coached, and the Browns will need their best quarterbacking to get a win there. It's a critical game, not just for the standings, but for the confidence of the team and the direction they want to go in the second half of the season. Looking at the bigger picture, Cleveland's roster is built for success. The defense, led by some of the league's best defenders, has kept the team competitive in most games. The running game has been effective, and the coaching staff has shown they can game plan well. But all of that can be undermined if the quarterback play doesn't elevate. It's the most important position in football, and right now, it's the one area that could determine whether the Browns reach their goals this year or fall short. And let's not forget, this isn't just about this season. The Browns have a rich history and ambitious fan base eager to see their team contend for a Super Bowl once again. They've come close before, and with the talent available, they certainly have the pieces to do so. But the quarterback position remains a question mark. Gabriel has the athleticism and the arm, but consistency and decision-making are key. Sanders, meanwhile, is still unproven at this level, but his talent and potential are undeniable. It's a tough call for the coaching staff, but ultimately, the decision they make in the coming weeks could be the difference between a playoff run and an early exit. Now, fans, it's worth mentioning that the Browns' front office and coaching staff have historically been cautious with rookie quarterbacks. They prefer to develop talent carefully, especially when it comes to a young player like Sanders, who still needs experience and seasoning. That's why, despite the calls from some fans to see him play immediately, the team might hold back for strategic reasons. They want to ensure that whenever Sanders gets his shot, he's ready to perform at a high level and not just throw him into the fire prematurely. Of course, the pressure from fans and the media only intensifies as the season progresses. Cleveland's fan base is passionate, loyal, and hungry for success. They've endured setbacks and heartbreaks, but their hope remains high. Every game, every play is scrutinized, and every decision by the coaching staff is analyzed. That's the reality of being a Browns fan in 2025. You want to see your team reach new heights, but you also know that the little details, like how they handle the quarterback situation, can make all the difference. Looking ahead, the Browns are going to need to get better quarterback play, no doubt about it. Whether that comes from Gabriel turning things around or Sanders finally getting his shot, the clock is ticking. The season is long, but the window for making a serious playoff push is narrowing, especially with the AFC North loaded with talented teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. Every game counts, and the pressure is mounting for Cleveland to make the right call. In the end, it's a story of patience, development, and faith in the process. The Browns have invested in Gabriel, believing in his potential, but they also have a talented rookie waiting in the wings. This situation reminds us all that football is a game of inches and seconds, small decisions that can have huge consequences. It's a fascinating storyline to follow, and I know Browns fans are eager to see how it unfolds in the coming weeks. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback situation? Do you believe Gabriel can turn it around and lead this team to the playoffs? Or do you think Shedeur Sanders deserves a shot sooner rather than later? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. We love hearing from you, and it's always exciting to see different perspectives on what could be a pivotal moment for the franchise. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and everything you need to stay on top of Cleveland Browns news. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Browns.